Hi guys, Ray here from City Fan TV, and I'm joined by the main man himself, Bernard Deneen. I bet you're happy today, aren't you, mate? Are you happy, mate?
I'm all shrunk. I'm all shrunk down because I'm all depressed. Yeah, very unhappy.
Very unhappy. Sorry, the bit of time delay when we're calling the Finland jury. There's a big distance between Bernard and me today. It's about 35 miles in it to Altrincham. Oh, guys, Bernard! What are we doing? No, you were right. No, going back to the 5th of December, Pep said we'll win the league. Do you believe him?
No.
Do you believe him?
No. Why would we? Why would we believe him on what we've seen?
It's this. I've got to say this up front because you get these fans who come across and say, "Oh no, you're becoming like Man United. You feel entitled." No. We're entitled to our team putting in a good display occasionally. We haven't seen that for a long time. Okay, we are good enough to control games. We're good enough to get lots of opportunities, but we're not good enough to take them. We're not good enough to put games to bed. We're on 34 points after 17 games. Okay. Do you know how many points we can get to this season?
85. I don't know. Go on, tell me. 85.
We've got 21. Sorry, 87. We've got 21 games to go. We can get 63. 97. Is that right? Sorry, 97. We ain't going to get 90 points. For us to get 90 points from here, which is what I would suggest you genuinely need to win a league, we're going to have to get 56 points from 21 games. That's hardly losing any.
We're going to have to go to Anfield, Tottenham, Newcastle, Goodison Park, Crystal Palace, and get wins.
Yep, and we're going to have to beat teams at our place as well. It's not as simple as that. You know, we've got Arsenal coming to us. We've got Villa coming, who, whatever you want to say, they're a home team. You know, you might say, "Oh, Villa are only good at home," which you could argue, and I would say you might have a point, but Villa have actually got some points, got some wins away. They've got 8 wins at home and 5 wins away. Sorry, 3 wins away. So they are actually getting some wins away now. They're in cracking form. Arsenal, cracking form. Liverpool, cracking form. We've got 6 points from our last 5 games. We can go back further. We got 7 points from 6 games. Newcastle are in reasonable form. Even Spurs are getting back into form with 2 wins. Even Man United have got 3 wins in the last 9 games. Even Everton have got 4 wins in the last 5. And it was that silly game against United that they lost. Otherwise, they should have had 6 and 6. Everton should be sat there somewhere, you know, actually in about 12th spot. And they've had the 10 points. That's our next game. They've had 10 points knocked off as well. And, you know, they would be actually Everton right now, if they hadn't had those points deducted, they would be sitting in 9th spot. Comfortable mid-table. And actually only 8 points off City. That's how bad we're doing. I'll give a quick rant. But again, we saw exactly the same sort of coward's display yesterday, where we control a game, we get all the chances. We don't take enough chances. We leave a team in a game. 2-0, they shouldn't be in a game. When we win in other games by 1-0, like we're beating Chelsea by the odd goal, they're still in the game. When you're beating Liverpool by 1 goal, they're still in the game. When you're beating Spurs by 1 goal, they're still in the game. When you're winning by 2 goals with 15, 16 minutes to go against a team that have not been in the game, they should not be back in that game. So once again, we've had the possession, we've had the control, we've had the opportunities, we've not taken them. We give a team a couple of chances, bang, bang, bang. Well, bang, bang in this case. But in Spurs' case, bang, bang, bang. In Chelsea's case, bang, 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 bang. In Leipzig's case, bang, bang. In, who did we play last time? Red Star Belgrade, bang, bang. You know, teams should only score 1. We've had 26 games this season, and we've had 5 blooming clean sheets. Now, what is Pep doing? Gvardiol, is he a left back? Is he... okay. Ake, did he play left back last season? Did he play it well? Yes, he did. Where does Gvardiol normally play? Centre back. Why can't you just do that and keep a tight ship at the back? Walker, in the Blue Blazers was Walker after 75 minutes, strolling back after legging up the pitch. His only job is to have the pace, is to be where he is. He's not good enough for anything else. I said 2-3 years ago, Walker's finish at City. I honestly said that. Cancelo's better than Walker. All right, Cancelo can't defend for Toffee. But at that point, Cancelo was. When Rico Lewis came through, I said the same thing. I can't see Walker's future at City. We give him a 3-year contract because suddenly he's become fantastic again. He's the same old Walker. The same old Walker he was before. Switching off. We shouldn't be doing that. Foden, I'll give him a little bit of... I'll cut him a bit of slack because he didn't see the fella. Okay? It's not as if like Ruben Diaz went sliding in when he knew the guy was there with a reckless tackle. Foden just didn't see him. He thought he was the only time we want to leather it clear, that blooming happens. I don't know what Pep was doing. Honestly, I don't know. If you're having Gvardiol belting it down the wing, if you want someone to belt it down, pick Gomez. Because I tell you what, he's just as good a left back as Gvardiol, and he can bomb down the wing. We saw with Spain. So Pep. Look, I tell you some of my train of thought, and this is not genius train of thought, but this is my pretend genius. Sometimes you do something outlandish, something way out there, because if it comes off, everybody says, "Hey, hell, that guy, he's clever, he's a genius, he's inspirational." You know, I don't know how he does it. He pulls off these remarkable things, but it's just a punt. It's just a punt, and you think, you know, there's a 7 out of 10 chance I'll get lucky here. My punt will be proven right. Everybody will claim I'm a genius. That's what Pep's doing now by playing Gvardiol at left back. He's having a punt. The stupid is having a punt. Okay, so Bernard, in a more civilized way, can you tell me your thoughts on the game yesterday? And if you don't know, guys, we drew 2-2 with Crystal Palace after leading 2-0 after having bags of chances and them having very little possession. We give them 2 goals in the last 15 minutes with a penalty in, was it injury time? Bernard, can you be a bit more civilized than me? Do you want to be a bit more
I think well, you've sort of clarified points. I mean, let's face it, Pep's playing around. He's playing around with the team.
Yeah,
he's messing things around. You know, he's playing, you know, Lewis and Walker. I mean, they shouldn't be on the same pitch together. Lewis should be on it. Walker shouldn't be on it. Gvardiol and Ake on the left. You know, what's he doing? Grealish was playing. Gvardiol was playing on the left wing. What's the point of having a left back who's playing on the left wing?
If you're going to do that, I'm Gomez. Simple as.
He played quite well at centre back. He was all right until the end, and then he was just all. Yeah. Well, Gomez needs a chance, but he's not going to give him one, is he? He's not going to give him one because he's not been playing him. So he's working. I mean, what happens? Lewis scored a goal, but what is the point? You've got Núñez and Kovacic. What's the point of Lewis playing midfield? It's just a shambles. He's just trying so many different things, and he's not going back to the old basics of what he does best with his. Bernardo, he hugged that touchline. What use is it over on the wing? Not actually putting using Bernardo's pace and physicality all over the pitch. I mean, he can play from left back to right wing. Bernardo, he's got him stuck there, hogging the touchline. It's absolutely pointless. It's not for me. I felt sorry for the players because I think Pep's not playing them in the best positions. Alvarez, what is the point of Alvarez? Because he's not using him apart from free kicks and corners. He's not using him for anything. He doesn't really know where he's playing, and it's all the team. Every single player is being let down by Pep, I think.
I said that. Oh wow, that's a big statement, and I've got to agree. I said last week, and I said early in the season or before the season, our flexibility and versatility is incredible. There's hardly anybody on our pitch who only plays one position. Walker plays one position, okay, and that's it. Grealish really only plays one position. Haaland plays one position, and Edison can play more than one position, but he's only plays one. But everybody else can play different positions, and I think that's what really has helped us last season. Okay, it's really helped us, and I thought it would help us this season having that versatility. But what Pep's doing, he's pissing around, like you say. Why can't he just have Ake on the left, Gvardiol and Ruben Diaz in the middle, Akanji or whoever he wants on the... I would have John Stones on the right ahead of Walker. I'm sorry, how many times does Walker have to cock up before we drop him? You know, this is a criticism I've made against Walker for years, that he switches off and he's rash. And that's costing us. And it might not cost you, in 70 or 80% of the games, but in games when it matters, where we needed Walker yesterday, when Schlupp was coming through, we needed Walker on Schlupp. Because was it Rodri chasing him? Was it Rodri? Rodri's not getting him.
Okay.
We needed Walker there. I don't know where Walker... And someone said Walker was basically, as his name suggests, walking back. Walking back. Well, good job his name isn't Merchant Banker, because that's what he'd be doing on the... I can't say. I'm trying to keep it. I'm trying to keep it clean. Trying to keep it clean. But what the hell was Walker doing? I used to have this phrase. I used to say it to this one fella. I used to play a few guys as well, but mainly one midfielder. I said, if you've got the energy to leg it up the pitch, you better have the energy to leg it back. If you can't, don't go up. Simple as. You leg it up, you leg it back, and that's it. No, why should everybody else be covering for you? And that's what happened yesterday. Walker's up there. I mean, is that Pep's fault? I don't. If it was me, at 33 years of age, with all the experience Walker's got, I'd like to think I would be able to say, Pep, we need my pace at the back. Let Rodri go up. Let me stay back. We're winning 2-0. Let's kill this game. If it's Pep forcing Walker to go up, then Walker should have a word. I don't believe that. I can't believe Pep's that stupid to tell Walker to keep bombing it up the pitch when we're 2-0 up. And were we in control of the game at that point? I think we were. I think we were overall in control. What's it? I know it's just a mess. And as I said, I don't see why we can't have Rico Lewis at right back, okay, to use, and he can come in inverted. We can't have Johnny Stones or Diaz. Pick 2 out of 3. Akanji, Stones, Diaz, Gvardio. Pick 2 out of them 4 and keep them there. Put Aki on the left. I don't care if Aki's not creative on the left. That shouldn't be his job. It shouldn't be his job. We should have enough further up the pitch. And we've always had that. When Delph played left back, he didn't bomb it up. Zinchenko rarely went up, okay? I don't understand why we need someone to be bombing it up when we should have 6 attacking players, sometimes 7 if Lewis comes into midfield, and that should be enough. Why are we taking too many risks, which is why we're open, which is why we're getting battered by teams? We're getting battered. We might as well be in cod and chips at Murgatroyd's. We're getting absolutely battered by these teams. It's a disgrace. And someone has to have the balls to say to Pep, what the hell are you doing? You don't get this from journalists in press conferences. I was out on a run today, which is why I'm a bit sweaty, because I even had a bloody shower or a bath yet. Got a bloody cold bath waiting for me. After that shit show yesterday, I got a cold bath up to my neck in cold water. Well, I want to put Pep up to his neck in concrete for what the Blue Blazers he's doing at the moment. Why can't you just keep it simple like it used to be? Why do you have to get crazy? Why do you have to why do you have to prove that you're the genius? Why can't you be genius level 1? Why do you have to be genius level 3? Genius level 1 would have won that game yesterday by playing a sensible team. I don't understand why we're doing what we're doing. We haven't got the replacements for, basically, if we'd had Mahrez yesterday, we'd have been a much better team. Gundogan would have been on top of the table. If we had Gundogan all season, we'd be on top of the table. So we've let 2 aces go. I still say I was happy to let Mahrez go. I was very happy to let Mahrez go because I knew if we'd kept Gundogan, happy to let Mahrez go because I said it last summer, we're going to lose too much experience at once. Laporte, Mahrez, Gundogan. We can't afford to lose all that experience. Even though if they're not playing, they're part of the group, they're part of that unity, they're part of what drives us forward. It's an absolute shit show of a shambles at the moment. So I just can't accept the poor standard that we're dishing up. We said it in our preview. We should be winning this game. We've got to keep in touching distance with the others. We can't rely on KDB coming back and being the Messiah. He ain't going to change everything overnight. As I said, we let too many good players go. We haven't replaced quality with quality. I didn't mind Mahrez going if we'd got someone belting onto the wing. And if Grealish had, I would have minded Mahrez going if Grealish kept doing a decent job. And we could have had Doku on the right or Bernardo on the left or whatever we wanted. But we got too many square pegs in round holes at the moment and it ain't working. Can you see this change? Can you see us winning the Club World Championship now?
Having watched the Urawa Reds, was it the other day? They're nothing special. They're nothing special. But hey, are we? You know, are we anything special? Pep will want to win it, but you know, I don't know. I could see us winning it, but at the end of the day, I'm not worried about that. I care less. I care even less about it than I did last week. Now after that result against Palace, because when we come back, we've got Everton away. I can't see us winning that.
Yeah, can't see it. Everton are on the roll. We're in the shitty. You know, we'll have Haaland back. That will make us a little bit more. I would suggest it'll make us a bit more balanced to have Haaland back. I think we'll have Doku back. I hope so. I hope we'll have Doku back. That will certainly make us more threatening, more balanced. But it's not going to sort out our defense. And there's two, as I said, there's always two things we're having. Did we have enough chances to win the game yesterday to score more than 3 goals? Do you think? Yeah. Should we have let 2 goals?
Yeah, definitely.
So we're creating enough chances. We're not sticking enough away. We're giving teams gilt-edged chances. Gilt-edged chances. And they're doing us. And right now, look, people will argue, once Liverpool, we're recording this on Sunday morning, once Liverpool give Manchester United the pasting that the beggars deserve, they'll be 6 points clear. It's not insurmountable. We can catch them up. But, you know, we are now in the hands of other clubs. And you could say it's a bit preposterous to say that, melodramatic to say that with half the season to go. But we're in the hands of other clubs. Aston Villa are not going to drop away so easily. I can't see it happening. They're consistent. They're very, very consistent. Okay? They're all generally, if I'm right, losing against good teams. You know, and they're beating good teams. They're beating us, beating Arsenal. They've lost to Liverpool. I can't remember who else they've lost to. Was it Newcastle on opening day of the season? They've only lost 3 games this season in the league. Arsenal have only lost 2. Arsenal have only lost 2 games. One of them is to Villa. So Liverpool have lost 1. Liverpool are doing the business. And, you know, their summer track. Look, if you'd offered me Szoboszlai and McAllister in the summer at the prices that they paid, I'd have taken them. Because I like Szoboszlai. I liked him 2 years ago when I saw him. Because he's a box-to-box midfielder. We'd love to have that box-to-box midfielder. McAllister, okay, he's not your DM. But instead of Rice, is McAllister a better DM than Phillips? Would you have McAllister as a DM when Rodri's suspended, which he seems to be for half the games this season? I'd have McAllister there. So Liverpool did some cracking business. Don't take anything away from them. We did some shocking business because I think Kovacic is all right. But Kovacic is all right if the rest of the beggars are playing well. Then Kovacic... No, but that's it. You know, I look at Kovacic as a Delph. When you got 10 players playing really well, Delph, he's all right. He's all right as a left-back. And Kovacic, alongside Rodri, when we've got 10 other players playing well, that's perfect. No problems. No issues with that. But when you're asking Kovacic to do the Rodri role, nah, don't work for me. Absolutely. We have got nobody to replace Rodri. And that is criminal. We've got through this season more by luck and having quality players and getting luck. You know, look at how many games we got lucky in that we staggered over the line where, you know, we'd only won by a goal. You know, Luton Town is an example. I mean, you know, would you have been shocked if it's got 2-2 against us the way we were playing? You know, we're just staggering through this season. And it very much feels like that first season of Pep where we staggered through and we got top 4, but that's it. We joked about it last week with those beggars at Man United, with those beggars at Newcastle, you know, finishing bottom of their groups and Liverpool getting beat last week, all affecting our coefficient. You know, we might need to finish in the top 4 to get in the Champions League because I tell you for free, the way we're playing now, we ain't winning that Champions League. We ain't winning it. We'll be lucky to get through next round the way we're playing. Yeah. Oh, that's a bit disrespectful, but you know, it's shocking.
No, it's all right. All the you know, but as you said, we can all react to how we're playing at the moment. I mean, we can always see what's going on the pitch.
Yeah.
And now, on the basis of what we've seen today, we can't win anything at the end of the tunnel that isn't that Albane coming the other way at the moment. It's just you know, we're not happy clappers or being depressed and slagging City off. At this point in time, City are just not good enough to win games against very poor teams like Crystal Palace, who had the half the team out through injury.
Yeah, but I will say City are good enough to beat them because we're winning 2-0 with 15 minutes to go and we're creating chances. We're not good enough to finish off teams. We're good enough to beat them, but we're not finishing them off. We're leaving it. There's no way Crystal Palace should be coming back from 2-0. If that was Liverpool, they're getting 3 and 4 normally. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Liverpool were lucky to beat Palace the other week. That was Palace's own implosion with getting Ayew sent off. But you're right, Palace have a team. Players coming back from injury, and they did us in the last minute again. We've let now, in 3 games now, is that? We've let goals in injury time in recent times. Chelsea, Spurs, Palace. 6 points chucked away. We'd be sat on top of the table right now if it wasn't for those idiotic way we've played, giving it up. It's a mentality thing. We are not mentality monsters anymore. We're absolutely, our mentality shot. KDB, yes, KDB coming back will add his quality. He'll add his experience. He'll add his mentality. But I don't think he's going to make enough difference on his own. We need other players to step up. We saw yesterday, Walker needed to step up. He stepped down. He should step away. 3-year blooming contract. No, I'm sorry. You know, he didn't deserve a 3-year contract. I know why we did it, and I accept why we did it. But I'm not having him as, because of that, we're picking him every time. We're picking him every time. I'm more furious now talking to you than I was last night. Last night I was disappointed. I'd only saw 2 minutes of highlights. And, you know, I was saying last night I was at work. Well, I didn't even know the team. So I get to work, turned up at 4 o'clock, had to get everything set up. I was listening a bit on the radio, and 4:30, when I started work, we were winning 2-0 when I started work. I thought, I'll forget about this now. Really busy. Like, it was not cold, but it was 20 miles an hour wind. So it felt cold. I'm dressed. I'm there. I was telling you the other day about my white boots. I'm dressed in white. So I'm working. White coat, white trainers on, white jeans, mostly white and black shirt. I had a cravat on. If you saw me on
was it an E17 tribute show? Was it
E17 appreciation gig? And wind was pounding, and it felt below zero. It was that because it was 20 miles an hour wind. It was really tough. And at R5, I just managed to get a second. I thought, I'll just go and see the other scores, see how much we won by, and see the other results. You know, I couldn't believe it. I thought, I've refreshing. Is that not what Newcastle had scored 3 goals in the last 15 to get a draw? I'm refreshing. Come on, there must be some. I saw that, and then I have to work for another 2 hours in that weather. A couple of distasteful kids and parents, who those are the entitled ones. In that cold, and to read that, I couldn't believe it. And then I watched the highlights in my car. No, actually, about 6:30, 7:15, when I had a couple of minutes. I went inside. It was so cold. I watched the highlights, and for the last hour, I was pissed off again because I watched that. I thought, how could we give that away? You know, I'm so gutted. This is just a 25-minute rant-a-thon. Because I'm, in a bad mood. I should be in a good mood. Normally, I'm in a good mood. Once you've been for a run, you've had a cold bath, 10, 15 minutes sat, lying down in a cold bath, you do feel euphoric. You feel euphoric, and I feel deflated. Shocking. Bernard, can you give me any hope before we finish this stream?
No, not really, mate. I mean, you brought me down now.
There's only 2 kinds of hope.
No, hey, there's always hope, mate. There's always hope. At the end of the day, there's always hope. Of course, there is, and we're a wonderful team, and Pep's a wonderful manager. He just has to start being wonderful again, and everything will be all right. But we need a bit of comfort at the moment. I think, but it's on the scale of things. It is what it is, isn't it? I mean, we won the treble last year, mate. So just hold on to that.
It's in the past. You're a history boy. I'm not living in the past.
Well, I might only be doing history vlogs in the future based on what I'm seeing because I'm getting too depressed to do real live stuff.
There's only 2 kinds of hope, mate. 2 kinds of hope: Bob Hope and no hope. And that's what City have got right now. and that we've got Bob Hope, because we are Bob at the minute. There's like you said.
Well, I went to get the papers this morning. I picked up yesterday's Manchester Evening News instead of today's by mistake. I hadn't realised. So I got home and I was looking at the headline of "We're going to go on a run now." So I just laughed my head off. I thought, oh, so not only have I picked the wrong paper up, I get a headline that City are going on a run now, and that's what happened yesterday. But there you go.
The nearest they're going to get to a run, if they go down and get down the Curry Mile and get a Vindaloo, then they'll get themselves a blooming. I don't know why that thumb comes up after 25 minutes. Did you see that? I don't know what the Blue Blazers that's about. I have no idea. YouTube and StreamYard, what you're doing.
Pep.
Yeah, Pep
that's Pep cutting in.
Well, that's not the finger that is shown. Anyway, no, the only way they get.
I do believe that the plane was actually diverted to Siberia, wasn't it, rather than Saudi Arabia after that performance yesterday. They should have all gone to Siberia. I don't know about the sunshine. They deserve a gulag, something bad.
Sunshine in, shine out Pet's backside right now. I'm going to give a big up to Faris, our man Faris, who follows the channel, comments from time to time. He's off to Saudi Arabia to watch the boys. He's a true blue. He's a true blue, not like me and me. We ain't going.
There's a guy who does the maintenance where I work at Asda. He's flying out today with his mate. So yeah, there are a few. Will be a few there.
I'm really brassed off because I told you this before. We were supposed to be going as a family, and my missus didn't renew my boy's passport. It was her job, not mine. Don't blame me. Okay, she didn't renew his passport. Originally, I was going to go on my own, thinking to go on my own. I mean, we said, "Oh, we'll go as a family," you know, because we haven't been away for a long time. I think since before COVID. So we haven't been away apart from the trip to France during COVID and staying in France for 6 months. I don't think it counts as a holiday, but it was better than being here. But we haven't been away for a few years, so she said, "Well, let's all go." I thought, "Oh yeah, tickets won't be that expensive. We'll be we'd have gone a couple of days ago, stayed there. Her brother's working out there as an expat. Sorry, migrant. I don't know what you're going to call it. He's an expat over there, working out inside it. So we'd have seen him. We'd had a week off in the sun, gone to hopefully a couple of games that City win the Club World Cup, and then she didn't renew his passport. So that scuppered that idea. And then it was too late when I found out. She didn't tell me. She didn't tell me till or was it about 6 weeks ago? So I think the window had closed or whatever, and I couldn't find the email. And then I tell you what, I'll really tell you what. I wish I'd taken you instead, Bernard. So I would have said to Bernard, let's go out there. We could have got some cheap flights. We could have got some cheap. No, true. We could have got some cheap flights, got some cheap digs. 300 or 400 quid each. We'd have been out there.
Women? Any cheap women?
We'd have had to wear masks, mate. I tell you what, none of that business. So we've gone out there. We could have gone out there. There's some jokes I really want to make, but I can't make them right now. You'll have to put your own punchlines in, guys. But we could have gone out there. We could have watched that. And even if we'd lost, we'd have come back with a slightly better time than before. We'd have I wish I'd done that. I wish I'd done a lads trip. You, me, and Mike Long. We could have all gone. Both from the Blue Crew could have been out there. Bringing it home to you, man. This is the longest. I thought we'd do 7 or 8 minutes, get really brassed off and move on.
Well, I've done 7 or 8 minutes. You've done the other 20.
I tell you what, mate, you've done about 7 or 8 seconds. I've done the rest. But guys, I'm going to disappear. Let Bernard go get on with his day. Hopefully, if you are new to the channel, you will subscribe after this. And you'll hit that bell icon so you'll be notified as soon as new videos come out. It's not always like this, but it is today. And hopefully that bleeder Mike Long will turn up and we'll do a Bolt from the Blue with a little bit more decorum, a little bit more sanity, a little bit more civilized chat with Mike Long if he ever gets out of bed. Guys, look after yourselves. Bernard, you take care, my friend. Have a very Merry Christmas if I don't see you before Christmas. Take care. See you around, Blues.